Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today we're going to be talking about NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver yet again. This time it's night 2 we're going to be going over. And I actually want to let you guys know that thanks to a friend of mine on Twitter, he informed me that Foxtel, Fox 8, a channel that we Australians have, we actually had it aired on Foxtel, on Fox 8. So I took the chance to, watch it on Foxtel, on Fox 8. So I got it, so I watched it on Fox 8 instead of just sitting on my ass in my bedroom and hooking it up on a stream server, watch wrestling. Because I still don't really have the network. I know I should, but it is what it is. But anyway, I didn't watch the pre-show. This pre-show match apparently was where the winners would receive a future NXT Tag Team title match. It was Killian Dane and Drake Maverick defeating Breezango, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango. Interesting. So Killian Dane and Drake Maverick at the next title shot. Should be interesting. So the first match was the Cruiserweight ladder match to determine the undisputed Cruiserweight champion. It was Santos Escobar, the interim champion, taking on the actual champion, Jordan Devlin. So both of these guys, they had a good match. This was really good. I don't know why people don't like Santos Escobar as champion. He's a good wrestler. Everyone has their opinion. But this guy is actually really good. He's a future star in the making. This guy is a future star in the making. I think Vince McMahon, in my opinion, I think this is exactly what Vince McMahon wanted Andrade to be. A Mexican that can actually speak English. But Escobar, he would win this match. The rightful man to win. Now, people may argue with me and say Jordan Devlin should have won. But you got to remember, Jordan Devlin was Cruiserweight Champion for 400 plus days. I actually looked it up. He was around about 230 something days, I think. And Santos was at 312. And Jordan Devlin was only champion for so long because of the pandemic. He was only champion for so long because of the pandemic. That is why Escobar was the interim champion. Because of Devlin not being able to compete. So, Escobar winning here, to me, just made sense, because Devlin doesn't need the belt. Devlin isn't, he's a hell of a wrestler. He's a great wrestler. But he's another one of those guys. When I think of the name Jordan Devlin, I think of what Matt Riddle did. This guy is in the same category as Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream. I don't know why people don't understand that. This guy is in the same category as Velveteen Dream, Austin Theory, and Matt Riddle. He was in the same situation as those guys with the whole Speak Out movement. He was in the whole Speak Out movement, but people wanted him as champion, so you wanted a creepy guy? A creep? A weirdo? A creep? As Cruiserweight champion. Now, if Jordan wasn't a creep, and he was actually, wasn't in the same category as Riddle and Dream, maybe I'd be okay with him being champion. But because he's in the same category as them, I absolutely refuse to associate myself with a creep like Jordan Devlin. He's a good wrestler. But this guy does not deserve a title. I am sorry. No, I am not sorry. Santos Escobar is the rightful champion, as he should be. I'd like to see Santos Escobar versus Murphy, Santos Escobar versus Ricochet. People complaining that there's no cruiserweights for Escobar to face. Well, that's what bloody happens when you don't build. Well, that's what bloody happens when you got people like Leon Ruff and Isaac Swerve Scott competing for the North American title. And you've moved up pretty much your best cruiserweights like Ali and Murphy and Ricochet all to the main roster. And Alexander. That's what happens. Drake Maverick's a cruiserweight. You got him in a tag team. All 4 members of the Undisputed Era were cruiserweights. Fish are cruiserweights. Fish, O'Reilly, Strong, Cole. Johnny's technically a cruiserweight. You got so many cruisers, but they're not in the cruiser division. But does anybody care about the cruiserweight division? Now, if you're acting like you care about the cruiserweight division, then you shouldn't be complaining. But it is what it is. And in my opinion, the Rifleman won. Ember Moon, and speaking of the Rifle people want to say Santos Escobar should not have won this match. I'll talk about a match where the result was wrong. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart defended their women's NXT women's tag team championships against The Way. I will show you the way. And the way is that Triple H doesn't like the Australians. That is the way that NXT and the entire WWE likes to go. That is the way that they go here. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I'm so freaking over this company just constantly just not making the right decisions here. I'm just so damn over it. Ember Moon doesn't deserve that title. Shotzi Blackheart, I can let it slide, but this woman, Ember Moon, had the gall yesterday to say that with the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships now being a thing, she basically said all the women that were Grand Slam champions from Asuka to Bayley to Charlotte to Sasha, she just basically told them all she basically gave them all the middle finger and said, with these titles now ineffective, all of you are not Grand Slam champions. That's what Ember Moon said in a video. She said, that's what she said. Because of the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships being a thing, all the women that are labeled Grand Slam champions are not Grand Slam champions anymore. Get the freaking hell out of here, Ember. Get the freaking hell out of here. What a joke. What a stupid thing to say. Ember Moon is a good wrestler, but I've lost so much respect for this woman. It is absolutely ridiculous. But the vomit that this woman pukes out, and it's amazing how she believes everything she says. Stupid. And what else is stupid is that Indy Hartwell was the one that got the pin. She was the one that got pinned. Well, I'm not shocked. I am absolutely not shocked. I am absolutely not shocked by this. Ember and Shotzi retained, pinning Indy Hartwell. Shotzi did. Now I didn't let that bother me. I was like, yeah, okay, typical WWE, always doing what they always do when it comes to Australians. Still got Bronson Reed. He could become North American champion when he took on Johnny Gargano. And that was the next match that took place. And for some reason, because of The Way not winning the Women's Tag Team Championships, I had a feeling Johnny Gargano was going to win this match. Bronson Reed challenged Johnny Gargano for the North American title. Austin Theory saved Johnny's skin. Austin Theory saved Johnny's skin. And this is the thing that agitates me. It agitates me because this doesn't make any sense. First off, you had the 6-man gauntlet eliminator, and most of the time the commentary were talking about Dexter Lumis. The commentators were talking about Dexter Lumis like he was in this match. And this is the thing that confused me. I was like, well, because I know, even though I haven't been watching NXT, I've been seeing clips that The Way are feuding with Dexter Lumis. That's why I honestly believed Lumis was going to win the Gauntlet Eliminator. And the fact they're talking about Dexter Lumis, it just makes you go, well, then why the hell did you have him lose? Why the hell did he lose this freaking gauntlet if he's in an ongoing feud with them? And because of that, I had a feeling Bronson wasn't going to win here. And that's exactly what happened. Good old WWE, once again doing the one thing that always breaks my heart. Make the Australians lose. I've been complaining about this for so many years, and somehow it just continues to fall on deaf ears. Like, it continues to fall on deaf ears, and how people just fail to realize how irritated and pissed I can be. When I see women like Toni Storm losing to friggin' Zoe Stark, seeing Indy Hartwell get a title opportunity and fall short, seeing Bronson Reed finally get an opportunity and lose, it just agitates me like hell. It's gonna happen to Rhea Ripley. Everybody, got pissed that Rhea Ripley buried Charlotte. Charlotte buried Rhea Ripley. Wrong way. Sorry. The Iconics, they were women's tag team champions. They were barely ever on TV when they were the women's tag team champions. And whenever they were on TV, they would always eat the pin and lose every freaking match they were in. Emma was treated like shit. Now you see why I get agitated. All my Australians, even Murphy, despite him having a good run with the 205 Live Cruiserweight Championship, and seeing him live in Australia and win that title personally, that meant the world to me. Seeing Murphy live in Australia in 2018, seeing that man live win a title, brought a tear to my eye, and it's just something that I'll always remember for the rest of my life. And just to constantly see this happen all the goddamn time just irritates the living shit out of me. It irritates me to no end because it just gets to the point where I just don't expect anything. As an Australian, I am disgusted at how WWE continuously screw with them all the damn time. Give them a chance! I'm over it! Rhea was UK champion. Tony was UK champion. Who cares about UK? Does anybody really care about the UK division? Tell me, does anybody literally care about the NXT UK women's division? I really don't. I really don't. I'm sorry, I really do not care for it. I don't watch it, so if I don't watch it, so I don't really care. Yes, Tony was champion. Yes, Rhea was. Whoop-de-doo. Rhea was NXT champion. Great. Look at Shane Thorne. The man came in with his tag team partner Nick Miller as the TM61. Nick got released, and then Shane Thorne was a singles guy, and now he's freaking Slapjack! Yeah, I should really be proud of that. This man should already be a champion. This man should be a mid-card champion by now. Hell, even a tag team champion. But no. It irritates me to no end. And I know most of you probably don't care, but Jesus, it just pisses me off so much. I'm just at my point where I'm just like, I should just not care anymore. I should just stop caring because I know this company just doesn't bother. I swear to God they better have Rhea Ripley win on WrestleMania. They better have Rhea win. Because the shit that I'm saying now will be even worse if Rhea doesn't win at WrestleMania. Which I highly doubt Rhea will. Because Asuka's never won at WrestleMania. So it gives me worry that they'll give Asuka her first win. I'm over it. I'm over the crap on how WWE continuously treat the Australian wrestlers. Ugh. Irritating. Absolutely irritating as a fan. Karrion Kross faced Finn Balor. Karrion Kross, this was a very predictable match. That's one of the issues here, was a very predictable outcome. Sometimes predictability isn't bad. Sometimes, you know, we have to expect predictable outcomes here. But, yeah, Karrion Kross is the new champ. Kind of expected it, so not really got anything to say there. And then the main event was Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole in an unsanctioned match. I don't mind matches being long. I don't. But then there comes to a point where you make a match too long. That's my only complaint about this match. It was way too long. Because I'm reading this off of Wikipedia, according to Wikipedia, this match went for 40 minutes and 19 seconds. By the way, my dad was watching this pay-per-view, not the whole pay-per-view, this match in particular, was actually watching this match with me. Yeah, my dad actually sat down and watched something with me. He rarely ever does. Because he used to be a wrestling fan, but, you know, he sat down, he was interested. He saw this match, and he sat down with me from the very beginning of it. He asked me what about the match and what's leading up to it, and I was like, oh, well, you know, Kyle and Adam, they used to be friends, and now they're having a fight. So they used to be friends. That's really all I said. And he asked me, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy? I was like, Kyle's the good guy, Adam's the bad guy. Kyle and Adam debuted new theme songs. I actually really like Kyle O'Reilly's new theme. Some people may not, but I really love Kyle O'Reilly's new theme. I really do like it. Adam Cole's new theme, I was kind of surprised they changed his. I thought what they could have done is, you know how you had the shock the system voice? What I thought they could have done is that they could have just done Adam Cole, baby, and then the Undisputed Era theme song, but they changed Adam's theme as well. And Adam's theme's okay. I like Kyle's more than Adam's, but it is what it is. So there's a lot of crazy shit that happened in this match. Bloody brain busters off tables. Chains. We had chains. We had Adam Cole bloody trying to kill Kyle by doing a brain buster on the steel steps. We had a spot where they went crashing through the stage. It was just insane, and the ending was Adam Cole was leaning on the, think of a chair sitting on its legs, but flip it over and the legs are sticking up. And then Kyle would jump off the top rope with his knee wrapped around in the chain, and Adam was lifeless on the chair. He dropped the knee on Adam and he started shaking, selling the injury. I guess that's what you call that, shaking. The shaking part is selling the injury. So he started shaking. Kyle would fall on to the cover, and he would finally win after a long, grueling match. And when me and my dad were watching, this match, my dad, for a guy who hasn't watched wrestling in years, my dad, he called this one of the best wrestling matches he has seen in a long time. That's what he called it. He called this one of the best wrestling matches in a long time, because this was NXT. NXT is still WWE, but he said that WWE doesn't put on these kind of matches, and I'm like, well, NXT is technically still WWE. So yeah, he called this match one of the best matches he's seen in years. And he had no clue who Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole were. He had no clue who these two were, and he just saw these two go out and put on an absolute classic. The match is long, way too long. That is my main complaint here. But from a fan standpoint, I really did enjoy this. I really do miss the old hardcore days when things used to be really cool. I do miss those kind of days. So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say. The main event was long, but I did enjoy it overall. So there you go, guys. That is my NXT TakeOver Part 2 review. Overall, guys, it was... Overall, NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, it was pretty good. Overall, very good. And that's really all I gotta say. If you guys did enjoy, hit the thumbs up. Give me your thoughts and opinions down below. And I will see you all next time.